very disrespectful, but I mean, that's pretty much how Christine's been throughout the entire season. In my opinion, she was extremely disrespectful towards me, and I was really the only person that still had her back. And she didn't tell the truth about some things, and it's just unfortunate that she would act that way. So,
what didn't she tell the truth about?
well, she told Chelsea that no one called her after the broker opened, for instance. And the reason I didn't defend her is because she was talking shit about me to Amanda, and I confronted her about it, right? So I was taking it all in and was like, yeah, she probably did talk shit about me. So now I'm not going to hurt Christine because I care about her, but I can't defend her anymore when she does things to people I care about, and puts me in very difficult positions and disrespects me directly. So that's why I didn't defend her, and she knows that. But then she told Chelsea, no one cares. She's crying. She said no one called me when Maya and I called her 3 times the next day. And we were actually really offended that she didn't say that. So, and that's, of course, then that affects how Chelsea feels, right? So that's so really Christine is the root of the problem. So
what about this? We see this towards the end, this shocking, interaction where Emma comes forward and, says like, one of my clients came to me and Christine offered like my client $5,000. I mean, that's pretty serious.
It's the lowest of the low. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know exact details, but it doesn't sound good at all. So I don't know what the story is there. I don't even want to know, to be honest. And I'm just very disheartened and disappointed that even came up. How's that even an option? So I don't know what to say because I wasn't involved, but it doesn't sound good.
So like Brett is the boss. I mean, now you have this.
Jason, you mean?
Yes, Jason, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Jason and Brett, but Jason, yes, is what I mean. But, you hear this thing like, that
I don't think Jason was too thrilled about that at all. You saw him on there. I mean, how can you expect Jason to defend you? You put him in a difficult position, just like she puts me in a difficult position. I said to her at the bakery, I said, it's difficult being your friend. You know what I mean? I want to help you and I've tried to help you, but you literally shoot yourself in the foot. So I can't take the bullet for you. I'm not going to, because you certainly wouldn't take it for me. So.
And what about when she sits there and, she says to Emma before this, I mean, this is before this happened, like, I want a friendship. And she says to everyone, listen, guys, I've changed.
Have you seen the change? I mean, yeah, you've gotten worse. I feel like you've gotten more disrespectful. And Mary called her out too and said, you need to stop being disrespectful. And no one wants to hurt Christine. We all love the funny, sweet and out there funny Christine, but I feel like that person's almost gone and she's just so hurtful to everybody that what choice do I have? I mean, I'm just not going to be disrespected anymore, and I've done everything I possibly can for you and it's not appreciated, and so good luck. I don't know.
And at the end of the day, like you say, like you're all, independent contractors and work for yourself, but like it's work, like you got to get work done and it's all about the business.
Exactly. And
like,
if all she wants to do is talk about how awful I am, I mean, honest to God, I feel like she's projecting how she feels inside onto me because she's mad I'm not hated. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm not bending over backwards to be friends with people. I'm just being real. I truly believe that. I know that in my heart. So I'm not worried about what she's saying. I'm like, you're nuts. Like, I don't know. So
well, and that's a thing. So with Jason, like we see where it's ending, we're not sure what's going to happen, but like, what is it going to take? Like there's comment about your ex-girlfriend and now this happens. Like, what does it take Jason to say, listen, you have to leave?
Well, I think Jason is, again, just like all of us have been, especially me, have been in a difficult position with Christine, and we want to give her chances and we care about her, but she makes it increasingly difficult. So at some point, I mean, when that story came up between Emma and Christine, what is Jason supposed to do? He's got no choice, really. So I don't know how things are going to play out here, but I just don't know how he could. So, I mean, unless there's truly an explanation that makes sense to Jason, because it's actually his not only reputation, but his liability on the line. So like, as a broker myself, like I wouldn't want to take that risk. I understand how he feels. It's difficult. So he's putting a rock in a hard place. He's like, I don't know which way to go. So I really don't know how that's going to go, but I hope there's an explanation that makes sense to somebody, but as far as I know, there isn't.
It's kind of cut and dry. What about, like, I mean, right before we went on air, we were joking. You said like, oh, well, I'm the villain. There is this narrative out there, like, Davina's the villain.
Right?
Yeah. Like, yeah, a little bit, I mean,
Yeah.
how do you feel about that?
I mean, it's laughable to me because I think I'm just very honest. And I think I was, you didn't see a lot of my character. So it's hard to relate to someone that you see only just moments of that are, of course, edited to fit into this, episode. And there just wasn't much to relate to, right? And I think if there's you don't see the full context, it's hard to understand. But I think now at season 5, you see much more about who I am, and you see I'm not this angry person, and I'm not deliberately trying to hurt anybody. And I think I have, I know that I have real friendships with people, and I think it's becoming very obvious. So I feel good about my storyline on season 5, and I'm not really worried. To me, it was a matter of time until people would see who I really was.
What about this scene when you went out to lunch with Vanessa, and then, because we have this narrative in the office where Mary's like, we have to cut some water. Sure. We said, you're not selling, Vanessa's not selling, whatever. I know it's editing, but then there's that scene where you're like, oh, go and follow your love. And then you said, well, this could be good for me. I mean, maybe I'm reading too much. I was like, wait, like, are you trying to get her to leave? So
I didn't really say it in that context, but again, like, that's how we have a fun show. So Vanessa and I are great friends. We talk a lot. We just talked last night. She knows I wasn't trying to push her to leave. And I very much support her. And what can I say? It's a show.
Well, here we are in season 5. Like, why do you think, like we said, like, it's such a big hit, like Netflix renewed it for seasons to come? Like, why do you think this show is so, just resonates with viewers so much?
My gosh, I don't know why, but I think because everyone is beautiful in their own way, and everyone brings some kind of glam and fashion and special angle, and there are so many different various personalities that make it really fun and dynamic. And maybe I would hope that viewers can see themselves a little bit in everyone in a moment. People even were like, wow, I'm agreeing with Davina, I never thought I would. And so they can see moments where they can connect with somebody, and they can understand, wow, this is a tricky situation, and what would I do? And it's fun and inspirational. We try our best, all of us, to bring you fun fashion and just make it really beautiful to watch. And our crew works incredibly hard to make it beautiful. And I think people like it for that, because it's kind of an escape, and the drama is so insane, right? And then the houses are stunning and inspiring, right? So we hope that people are inspired, and that they can relate to some of our interpersonal dynamics, whether they're good or bad. Someone's gone through a divorce, so when they see Chrishell in season 3, they can relate to her, and so on. Everyone has a little bit of something that people can connect to, I hope.